What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It's your boy Cray Simmons. It's Gaming TV, and I'm back with another video right on Christmas Eve. Uh, First off, tell everybody happy holidays. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Cause this will probably be the last video I do, cause I'm spending time with the family, and we'll be doing some gaming, and probably won't have time to be doing no videos. But anyway, a couple things I want to talk about, man. That's been circling around and dealing with the media bias, which did not exist apparently a couple years ago when people were saying it. People um, saying that certain games should be on certain platforms because they feel it deserves to be there. And I know Xbox X Cloud and the remote play especially has been a feature that's been around for a long time. Especially remote play has been around a lot longer than the X Cloud, but X Cloud has also been out there now, and I finally tried them out and give my thoughts on it. The takeaways so far. Granted, like I said, I haven't been playing it since its inception, but I have given it a try now. Had a pretty lengthy playthrough with it, trying it in different setups, and let's get my thoughts on it. But first off, I'm start off with this so-called bias media now. Apparently, last Xbox One generation, which again, some people said it was trash. Me personally, I enjoyed the Xbox One. Now, did we get like at the beginning, like I said, we had a ton of exclusive games, and that's what people need to make them feel good about themselves, about having a certain console. But yeah, the Xbox One gave us games in the very beginning of the Xbox One launch. But the media, the bias media, which we all were calling out, but people were saying, no, we're just making stuff up, this and that, because instead of talking about how good said games were, shout out to Dirk Griggly, you can leave Rise Son of Rome alone, because that game was motherfucking awesome. But instead of looking at it for what it was, a new IP, first in its launch, it was a great game. Yeah, it had its hiccups. You had multiple enemies that look alike. Sometimes you were fighting triplets on the screen. But far as the actual gameplay, especially if you had your Connect and you can, volley the arrows and stuff without having to haul down RB, LB, or whatever the case. Rise on the Rome was a great first start to what possibly could have been a franchise. But instead of the media, which was biased back then, but apparently wasn't because they were all up Sony's ass, we were called out, calling us Xbox fanboys, Xbox, calling us anything you can think of, saying we just making stuff up to cover up for Microsoft shortcomings. And don't get me wrong, later in that generation, first party games slowed down, but we all knew why that was. But that's neither here nor there, another story for another video. But we were saying it for years. And don't get me wrong, Xbox deserved a lot of the criticism they got last gen. Because like I said, you want games, especially, you want your own studios, first party studios, you want games. And, they ran into a lot of hiccups with that. But the media harped on it. They every time Microsoft shut a studio down, cancel the game, delay the game, whatever the case may be, it was preached on, gossip on the media, hawked on it. But here goes Sony, good old PlayStation back then. They shut down multiple studios, especially they shut down a couple of VR studios when VR was supposed to be the shit. Everybody had to have VR, and we see where VR is sitting right now. Just saying. But we were calling the media out. The IGNs, the McCatheries, the whatever the old boy, the Legary, the Corin Molinardis, the Game Bolts, Game Spots. We were calling them out, but people was like, nah, you Xbox are just mad. Sony, and don't get me wrong, PS4 did an awesome job last year. They did, especially if you like all the offerings they gave exclusively, like the Japanese games that wouldn't come over. Me personally, even though they put all the Yakuzas in Game Pass, ask me how many of them I played. None. I'm not into them games. Final Fantasy, don't play it. So I know everybody wants to remake 7 on it, and well, actually, I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying Final Fantasy 7. I'm playing it right now on my PS4, and I'm looking forward to getting that free upgrade. Supposedly, I ain't seen it yet for the PS5, but anyway, so yeah, everybody like different things, and you know, if you like everything Sony put out, then you was in heaven, you was in hog heaven last year. Me personally, it's only a handful of games that the PlayStation have that I get, but I'm in the situation where I can get pretty much every platform, so I'll buy a console for one or two games. That's just how it is. But moving on, the media now, they're liking what Xbox is doing. They're praising Xbox because, I mean, they should. Game Pass is a huge success. Sony's about to copy it with Spartacus. Uh, they got games, you know, that everybody claim you need an exclusive game, even though we all play more multi-class. But Microsoft is making exclusives now. They're coming out. They ended this year off great. 2022, they're gonna keep rolling, and so is Sony. They got games coming. Once February hits, Sony's gonna be back rolling their first party machine out. That's how it works. But now the media is actually praising Xbox, and you got people going, they losing their shit. Microsoft is paying them this and that. Microsoft, you mean to tell me Microsoft can't make a comeback? It happens. You know, companies have setbacks. Nintendo had one with the what was it, the Wii U? They come out with the Switch, and the Switch is kicking everybody's ass. I mean, real talk. Just like the Wii did on the PS3 360 generation, they kicked everybody's ass. So you can make a comeback. Microsoft had its setback with the you know, the Xbox One, if you want to count, you know, the output. But now they seem to be recouping and focusing back up on gaming, and the Xbox Series generation is off to a great start. You know, PlayStation bounced back from the PS3. The PS3 was a shit show in the beginning, and it took a while for them to bounce back. You have to get two jobs if you want a PS3. $600 motherfucking console. And it was rumored that they were trying to do fucking, I want to say $80, $90 games when the PS3 was in its conception phase. It was, I remember the Game Informer article on that. So, stuff happens, but they bounced back with the PS4, and it was an amazing console. It did what it did. It kicked ass, took names. So this is Microsoft. I guess if it was that bad for you last gen, this is their redemption story. Me personally, I'm just like, okay, last gen was good. This gen is good, great, and could get better. It is what it is. But now we're gonna get to the games. Hellblade 2. Like I say, that game is probably the best looking game I've seen thus far for these new consoles. And now you got gaming journalists, which is now all of a sudden biased, by the way, now. But they saying Hellblade 2 deserves a PlayStation launch. No, it don't. Talking about it was on PlayStation in the beginning. Spider-Man was everywhere in the beginning. And look what Sony did. Locked it down. Wolverine was everywhere. And look what Sony's doing. Locking it down. You keep this short and sweet. Get you an Xbox. Use your $5, $6, $10,000 PC y'all claim to got, so you don't need an Xbox. Or xCloud. Everybody got cell phones. You can use your PlayStation controller and get it that way. End the story. Or be quiet. Now I'm gonna talk about the xCloud. I've played it. My last day of work was Wednesday. We shut down for 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year. And the last day we typically just everybody potluck, eat, chill out. So I normally would bring an Xbox or TV in there, but I said let me do the xCloud thing. Got my new Samsung Z Fold, linked my controller up, and I loved it. Granted, in the buildings, my signal was horrible, so I had to use somebody's hotspot because T-Mobile don't work that good in the buildings for me. So I enjoyed it. It was good. Now, cloud gaming, xCloud, or whatever you want to call it, it's definitely here. Can it replace console gaming? No, because it's still, like I said, it was spotted for me. But when I was playing it on the road to work back home, and when I went to visit my mother yesterday, played it over there, it worked great. A little input lag, it's good for like a single player experience. Wouldn't recommend multiplayer. But cloud gaming, I can see once the internet get to where it needs to be in the future, I can see it. It's awesome. If you got the option, I say try it out. You never know. Could be your thing. But anyway, it's your boy Crazy Simmons, man. I'm wrapping it up as Gaming TV. I'm going to tell everybody that subscribe to me, rock with me. I thank y'all. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, you got the thumbs down button. I don't recommend it. Until next time, game on. Game on. Everybody be safe and I'm out.